Hello, everybody, and happy 2021. I hope this new year is treating you well. I just kind of wanted to do a short video on some of the new gear that I got over the holidays and my birthday. So I'm going to start with this. This is an empty pouch for my chair system that I got for the kids. We got two of them. So this is the actual seat. And then it's got kind of a tent pole configuration with aluminum poles that go together. And then I went ahead and put one of them together here, so you can see what it looks like. And as you can see, it's got a pretty cool design. It's very lightweight, and it holds up to 350 pounds, which is way more than we need. Speaking of sitting, we're mostly going to bring those on shorter hikes or, weekend hikes. But if I'm doing a longer hike, I got three of these, one for me and one each for the boys. These big Agnes sit pads. They're foam, and these are multi-use. What I like to use them for is obviously, number one, sitting, but two, you put it down on the ground when you're kneeling to start your fire, or if you're cooking. Additionally, I like to put it inside the tent so that you can have somewhere to put your feet when you're getting dressed before you get in your bag or as you get out of the bag, so that your feet aren't on the cold bottom of the tent. So, very much looking forward to having such a nice, lightweight and compact sit system. Speaking of warmth, also picked this up. This is a 4-pack of reusable Mylar blankets, emergency blankets. So if it's super, super cold out, you can try to use these to increase the R value of our sleep systems. Next, a little trick that I like to do. I get these hot hands. 10-pack of them costs about $6, I think. They last for 10 hours. If you're not familiar, it's just a little pack, and you shake it up, and then it gets hot and stays hot for 10 hours. So what I like to do on the super cold nights, I'll put on 2 pair of socks, and I will put this in between the layers of socks, kind of closer to my toes, and my feet stay warm all night. Next, got these 2 bottles. Looking forward to trying these out. They seal up real tight, so you don't have to worry about any leakage. The cool thing about these, and why I'm showing them during the kind of cold weather stuff, is they are double walled and vacuum insulated. 100% leak proof. They hold hot water for 12 hours and cold water for 24. So got some nice hot water bottles to go to bed with that you're not going to worry about leaking, and will maintain their heat for, like it says, 12 hours. We'll try to put those to the test, and we'll see how those go. Next, do some fire starting stuff. Got this new fire steel. It's a big, heavy-duty one. I did use this in my yurt video. It works great, throws a great spark. I did add the lanyard myself. If you ever buy one of these, highly recommend doing that. Never set it down when you're done. Keep it on your person until you put it away, or you will lose it. I've lost a couple of them over the years, and that's why I had to buy that one. Next, got some emergency matches. Now, they come in a leak-proof container. They got a rubber seal. The strike pad is on the outside. These are for emergency use only. They are very expensive, but as you can see, they got quite the head on them. So I've seen videos where people are using these, and I've seen them strike them, put them in water, pull them out, and they relight. I've seen people bury them and then unbury them, and they relight. Basically, they, no matter what, unless they get wet and damaged on the inside, this is perfect emergency fire starting source. So I am just going to be carrying this for emergencies only, you know, in case I fall off a log into a stream, or if I'm canoeing and I dump into the water. These will stay dry and I can get myself a fire going quickly. So there's that. I also went ahead and got my kids some sporks. They're just plastic ones. I ordered them online for $1.99 each, but they're very lightweight and they work good. And the serrated thing actually works pretty good on them. I have the exact same brand for myself. It's called Light My Fire. And I would like to someday maybe get, some titanium ones, but for now, I mean, these work perfectly fine. They're easy to clean. They're very lightweight. They're pretty durable too. Next, for the boys, I went ahead and got them some camp mugs. Both of them were enamel. So I had to return. These ones I got at REI, and I had gotten one red and one blue that matched. But the metal rim, which is perfectly fine on this one, had a manufacturer defect on the other one, so I had to return it, and it had a gap inside it, which could easily cut your lip. This one does not have that, so kept that one. And then just went online on Amazon and ordered this Coleman one. They're not the lightest weight cup, and they are pretty small, but they are for the kids. You can cook on them. You can heat water in them with this enamel coating. They're not obviously not big enough to do like a whole meal, but it's about the right amount of water for a dehydrated meal. So you could, in an emergency, if you just wanted to carry this and you were just pouring water into a pouch of freeze-dried food, you could use this and not have a cook pot. But this is mostly for tea and whatnot for the boys. So I also got a trowel. I am sick of using sticks, and I went ahead and got a trowel so I can dig cat holes, because that stuff just ain't gonna bury itself. So just essential gear. All backpackers need to have one. This is just a plastic one. I could not justify the price of those small aluminum ones. I was at REI the other day and they had them. I mean, they're about that big. They don't weigh much and don't take up much space. It's just a little piece of aluminum, and they were like 40 or 50 bucks, which is ridiculous. So I'm gonna see how this goes, and I'll let you know. A review on this will probably be a ways out, because I'll have to check for the durability of it. So, going back to staying warm, my oldest son outgrew his base layer of thermal underwear, so that's going to my youngest. He outgrew his too, but he gets to step up into his. And so I got my oldest son a new pair of thermal underwear. And I got myself one too, because we do like to backpack in the winter. It's kind of our favorite time. So, next, got a tarp. It's a 10 by 10. It comes with stakes and paracord. You just need to fashion your own sticks for poles, or if you're just doing a ridge line in between two trees, that's fine too. I got this for multiple uses. One, if I'm going backpacking and I know that we're going to get a lot of rain, I'll be setting this up to protect some firewood and in the cooking area and the fire pit area. So we can have a dry place if it looks like you're going to have a really bad storm. I might put this up over the top of the tent as an extra, protection against the elements. That, and so I'm not putting together a completely soaked tent away for, while I travel. And lastly, I want to start experimenting on using this in conjunction with a hammock for summer camping. Hello, I got me an inflatable pillow. I did blow it up and kind of used it briefly, but I have not used it on an actual trip. So let me get this out. So here it is. It's got kind of a non-skid bottom. It's got a one-way valve. And so that is hopefully going to be a good alternative, very lightweight and compact pillow. I do like having a pillow. I don't always have one. And so I'm going to try this out. Additionally, if that doesn't work out, probably going to use this as a pillow. All right, moving on. Let's go with our water filtration. So I was in a group discussion with some people online on this live stream, and we were talking about different water filtration systems, and this kept coming up over and over again for Sawyer users. So that's the name of the brand. It is a 70 milliliter, excuse me. Let's see, it has numbers. That's not going to pick up very well. 72 actually. So it holds quite a bit of water, and this slides off and then unfolds, and then you can scoop fill it, then put this back on, put your Sawyer down there. Now, as most of you know, or if you have seen any of my videos, you know that I usually use a smart water bottle for my dirty water squeezing. Now that's a little harder plastic bottle. It's a little bit harder to squeeze, but it works fine. But this material, I am so looking forward to the squeezability of this and reducing some of that time spent squeezing through the filter. So I should be able to get a lot better pressure on that. And as opposed to the actual Sawyer bags, apparently these things are really, really hard to damage unless you just happen to get a hole in it. All right, next. Got a Twig Stove. I'll take this out and assemble it real quick so you can see it. But I'm pretty excited. So here it is assembled. I forget the name of the brand. It's an off-brand, kind of Chinese one, but it had really good reviews. It's titanium. They say it's titanium. I think it's probably titanium coated stainless steel, which is fine. It is not heavy, and I saw I forgot what channel it was, but I saw somebody do a review on one that looked eerily similar to this, and he had really bad reviews about it. But his main thing that he didn't like was that if you touched it, it fell apart. Obviously, this thing holds together extremely well. So this must not be the same brand, just kind of looks similar. Now, this was not the cheapest of the options that were out there. It was still around 50 bucks. But it should work pretty slick. It's got a nice big mouth face here for feeding sticks into. You can also feed from the top. Seems to have good air flow with the vents. So I am hoping to be able to, at least for trips where I know I can have fires, be using this and not have to carry fuel. And I will probably bring my MSR Whisper Light. backpacking, what as well. I'll mix it up. I'll use that in certain circumstances, but I do want to start testing this out and seeing if I can get that extra bulk and weight out of my pack with all the fuel. So I am very much looking forward to trying that out. Next, let's talk feet. Got some nice merino wool socks. One for each of us. I did get my wife a pair too. Hers just isn't here. She's actually worn hers. None of these have been worn. We do all have socks, but it's good to get a new pair every year or two because they start wearing down and not as comfortable. But for the first time, we are going to be trying sock liners. Now, if you're not familiar with them, these are silk, and they go directly on your foot, and then this goes on over the top of them. Now, their main purpose is, from what I understand, is to kind of protect your feet. Now, good foot care when you're on the trail is vitally important, and supposedly these virtually eliminate blisters. So I am very, very much looking forward to giving these a go and seeing how they work. Additionally, they give you a little bit extra insulation. So, very excited about those. Last, some filming equipment. So, I know you already saw me do this on a new gear review, but I decided it was going to be best to have two. So, it worked great, but on longer hikes, I'm going to need a little extra juice, so I'm going to have both of those. And I have not played around with it yet, and I have not used a GoPro before. So I did get this GoPro. My wife got it for me for Christmas. And so I'm going to be giving this a go and seeing how it goes. I just kind of got the base model. Didn't want to invest too much into it in case it's something a tool I'm not going to use very often. If I do like it, I will use this, and at some point, if it becomes one of those things that I end up going to more and more often, then I'll probably upgrade it at some point. But figure as a beginner user on these, I might as well go with the base model. That's the Hero 7 Silver. I know I read a lot of bad press about these and saw a lot of bad press about them. But from what I gather, most of that was because of the screen size that it was filming in. And since then, they have an update so that it shoots in regular 1080 now, instead of, I think it was 16:9. So you don't have to resize your videos anymore. It's got a few less features than the black. But I don't know. Like I said, I haven't tried it yet. But I did get a full accessory pack with that. I don't feel like bringing that out, but I got the chest strap, the head strap, the selfie stick, the water one for filming, filming in water that has a buoyancy kind of thing that attaches to it so that it doesn't sink. So I'll be giving that a go soon. So this is the majority of the new gear that we got. Over the holidays. We did get some other stuff. I got my son a new Osprey 44-liter backpack. And we got all new sleeping bags for the boys. And we got new summer bags. But I'll detail those on another one. This video has been long enough, and this is kind of a lot of gear to digest all at once. I got a couple of other odds and ends ones that I did not include in this that I will include in another video. But having said that, I wish you all a great 2021 and have a grateful day.